Hey everyone, Andang here for some news for the Lord of the Rings Online. Yesterday it was announced that a new mini expansion will be coming to LOTRO for $20. And there will also be a $60 version and a $100 version for a mini expansion. Not only that, but then I believe the next update will be the Gundabad expansion, assuming they're still holding to their initial game plan that they released. So that means that there will then probably be another top tier of a $130 expansion. I don't know why a $20 expansion needs a $100 version, but we'll get to that in a moment. First, let's watch this trailer for this new expansion, and let me go ahead and turn off the LOTRO sounds here real quick. Here we go. Oh, that looks horrible. What? Okay, that's why. There we go. Here we go again. We've seen that bridge, like that's the bridge from the old zone, right? It looks exactly the same. Yeah, it looks like a lot of reused stuff. I'm excited, but not really. not really. It looks all right. The only thing you're hyped for is the boar mounts. Yeah, I think the boar mounts are gonna be really cool. They should be really cool. I feel like the prices are completely a scam, though. I feel like the $20 version makes sense because there's supposed to be like multiple zones worth of what they're calling missions, which we'll talk about in a second. So in theory, there should be more than enough content for the $20 version, considering that there's a raid and an instance as well included. But those upper tiers, man, they better have like that top tier better have like, you know, $80 worth of LOTRO points. I'm just saying. Oh man. How much you want to bet that the boar mount's not going to be in the base edition of the expansion? I'm guessing that's going to be the case. We'll see what happens, but I bet you guys that the boar mount's not going to be in the base edition. Who knows? They might have like different boar mounts for each edition. I don't know, but that's my guess. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyway, let's actually get to the news before we tear it apart. Squirrel here for LOTRO players writes, the first sign of life for update 28 got teased on this week's stream. This week's LOTRO stream. Below you'll find the summary of information that we know. We already watched the trailer. So, as far as content, the region above Wells of Langflood, that's where it is, and about the size of Where Dragons Dwell quest pack. Wait, what? I guess that's the landmass, but maybe not the quest amount. Yeah, because... Alright, I don't know about that. It will come with a new 6-man and a 12-man. Good. That's helping to kind of justify the price. Instead of 3-mans, it will come with 1 to 2 person missions. Missions are available for players in the range of 20 to 130 and will be the size of 2 to 3 quest content-wise. think about the resource instances is what they're guessing it's going to be like. And there's going to be 80 missions, each with 2 to 3 quests. So that's at least 160 quests. Which then starts to justify that price point, I think, assuming the quests are interesting and not just super boring. The 6-man will be released at launch in tiers 1 through 3 and the raid 1 through 2, with high tiers coming later. Bull Roar will be up next week for the first preview. No official date, but late October is their guess. They did say October, I think, but I'm not sure when exactly. Part that not people are happy with. That's an understatement. Part that not all people are happy with is that it will be sold as an expansion. Extra content on the higher end is unknown, but the base version is $20. I don't have a problem with that, assuming that there is the raid and the 6-man and the missions are interesting. This $20 price tag could make sense. Because to me, this sounds a lot like the Mirkwood expansion with the skirmishes that it had, and the instances that it had. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a weird expansion. I think there's no getting around that. Missions sound like daily grind quests. That's possible too, which is worrisome to me. Apparently there's no LOTRO point info or planned release date for that. I do know that the expansion will not be pre-orderable. It will only be purchasable on the release date. So that's a thing. I don't know, guys. It's gonna be interesting. Definitely different. This just looks like a lot more of the same of what we've already seen. This looked really cool. I liked this part from the trailer. And then you got your boar mount. Which, man, they got a lot of teeth, man. Those boars got a lot of teeth. Those almost look like the wargs from the Golem game. Oh, man. I'm not too impressed with that, which is a shame because Minas Morgul was one of the best expansions since Mirkwood for you. This sounds like a filler on paper. Yeah, it does. Maybe the higher versions will have the boar. Oh, I'm almost positive that the lower tiers will not, the $20 one will not have the boar, but we'll see. The quest pack disguised as a mini expansion. Yeah, pretty much. My guess is what happened is they realized that there was more content. They accidentally made too much content, and so now they're trying to sell it as like a mini expansion. But there's no level cap increase. This is the first expansion LOTRO's ever had that doesn't have a level cap increase. That alone, I think, speaks volumes. At least LOTRO boar will have better animations than the WoW boars. I mean, I guess. But yeah, they did say that it was going to have, you know, content that everybody could do, so that makes sense. So, you know, maybe they'll get a bit more from that. I'm going to be interested to see how missions will work. Like, I doubt they're going to be in the instance finder, right? Where is this? Hey, Cheeto Bandito. So this is to the north of the zone we just got. Basically, this zone is above Gundabad. Or like in the lead up to Gundabad. The landscape that's like right to the edge of Gundabad. And then the actual Gundabad expansion is supposed to be a mostly underground expansion. Going through the orc civilization that overtook the dwarf civilization that was there. Let's go over the Massively article. We already knew that Lord of the Rings Online is working on a Gundabad expansion for 2021. But before it arrives, there's a big fall update on the way. However, if you're expecting to get this for free, you may want to brace yourself. This update will be branded as a mini expansion that will cost between $20 and $100, depending on which edition you wish to purchase. On Friday's developer livestream, Standing Stone Games announced that the Update 28 War of the Three Peaks beta is starting next week. When it releases, it will carry a price tag of $20 for the base edition, $60 for the collector's edition, and $100 for the ultimate edition. No further information was given as to what the more expensive editions contain. Weirdly enough, for a non-expansion content release, players will not be able to buy it right away for LOTRO points. So that's confirmed, I guess, that you can't buy it right away. But we'll have to wait until an unspecified date in the future for when that option becomes available. Yeah, that's really, really not good. One interesting feature that's coming with Update 28, boar mounts. For a game with a rather limited range of mounts, in summary, lots of horses with a few goats, elk, splintered in, this is a significant development. The pack comes with quests, 2 raids, and 80 or so missions that can be tackled solo or in a duo. So here's my question. Does that mean that this whole zone will have quests as well? So that means that these missions are just in-game then. Oh, man. I mean, I guess we'll wait and see, but it's... You don't like to sound too negative, but man, you can't see much that excites you for the initial announcement. Yeah. Like, part of me is thinking, man, I kind of just want to skip this whole update and just go straight to Gundabad, right? Yeah, I don't know if it's worth... I don't know if it's going to be worth it. No info about quest content, but there's a town on the map, so there is some landscape at least, right? You personally have not enjoyed Minas Morgul either, except for Rimmerchant? See, I loved Minas Morgul. I thought it was the best expansion LOTRO's had, at least since Moria, and personally I thought I had more fun with this one than I did with Moria. But yeah, I think Bull Roar will reveal a lot for this. I think a lot of players are going to be waiting, like looking really closely at that test server, right? You just hated the questing? See, I didn't like the questing in Minas Morgul proper, but I loved all the zones around it. And yeah, the story was amazing. Let's go over to MMORPG. Lord of the Rings Online has announced a mini expansion pack featuring 3 different editions of the game, plus boar mounts. The announcement was announced in a live stream and a summary on the forums, which I guess we'll check that out too. It will include 3 various editions. The expansion itself, called War of the Peaks, War of the Three Peaks, which will be covered in previous interview, blah blah blah. Be available in October. Some other information includes the fact that the mini expansion will not replace the Gundabad expansion, which is scheduled for, as far as I know, early 2021. Like, as far as I know, we're going to have a mini expansion and then a big expansion back to back, which, ugh. And man, what a slap in the face to VIPs, right? Like, VIPs were getting, if they're lucky, like 2 free content updates a year. And they just took away one of those, man. And you can't even buy it with the, like, free LOTRO points they give you either. You gotta buy it outright. That is really not cool. I feel like if you're VIP, you should be able to buy this mini expansion on release date, but I don't know how they'd be able to do that without making it available to everyone, which they should do anyway. The first beta round for the expansion will begin next week. Additionally, there's no level cap increase, along with boar mounts. Mini expansion will contain new raid and new raid gear. New raid gear, I think that's the first we've heard of the raid gear. That makes sense. I don't know why you'd have a raid without raid gear, but hey. Good to know. Yeah, it will not be able to be purchased at launch. Man. But that, like, dam fortress looks really, really good. If Gundabad is still slated for early next year, you might actually skip a LOTRO expansion pack for the first time. I cannot believe how they shot themselves in the foot after all the goodwill this year. But again, you hope content is better than the press release makes it out to be. Yeah. I hope the missions are like skirmishes and how replayable they are. Like, I think there could be a lot of cool stuff. I forget where I saw it, but there's like a screenshot somebody has of like a bunch of dwarves, which I guess it's from the live stream. There are a bunch of dwarves on like a water assault on like ships. And that could be pretty cool, having like water assault missions and stuff like that. Alright, here's the summary from the forums. Cordovan just announced a new mini expansion pack. It's called War of the Three Peaks. Will be available in October for 20 bucks, 59 and 99. Not current. It is not replacing the upcoming Gundabad expansion, which is planned for 2021. The first beta round will start next week of not Gundabad, but this one. There will be no level cap increase. I like how that's the first thing they list as like one of the bullet points. Like, you can really see the mindset here, right? Water assaults on the Sea of Ruin? That'd be cool. Boar mounts, new raid, new gear. First teaser trailer. That's actually a really big place, apparently. Okay. That's like almost... I know it's not anywhere near as big as Minas Tirith, but it looks... That's like a very Minas Tirith-esque shot there. I guess SSG is running out of money. I knew that that was going to be what people were saying. Time to pay for the summer free-to-play for everyone else. You might forgive them a little for a $100 quest pack. Yeah, if not for the server stability issues, yep. Oh, man. Alright, let me go back over to YouTube real quick. I want to read the comments on this trailer. Looks like simple scenes from Arid Mithrin and Wells of Langflood. Is there a new zone? Right? It looked like a lot of what we'd seen already. I don't see anything. Oh, man. Comments are bad for your blood pressure. Too much salt. Three Peaks is 50% better than Twin Peaks. I'm looking forward to this. Alright. 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 Can't wait. Hopefully there will be more goat mounts. Looking forward to it. Eventually, still haven't got back to Minas Morgul. Really excited. War pigs. Dwarves go to war. And yeah, that is true. This will be the start of that Dwarven war that they were building in the last update. So I am excited about that. And it looks like we are following the war party. It looks like that's what those missions are going to be, is a lot of war missions. So it could be really cool. But I'm not sold. Can't wait, you love the new boar mount. There's actually a lot of positive comments on this. Can't wait to see the new instance. SSG being so good. 10-second mark. Good. That's from the old zone. What? Oh my gosh. These people haven't played the game and they just think, oh man, this looks so cool. No, it's just a bunch of recycled stuff. Haven't played or subbed since 2013. Is it worth coming back? Very much miss. Da 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 da. Well, it's not worth subbing. Yeah, I think the expansion pack will definitely depend on how good the missions are, or if the raid is like out of the park good, right? But one of those has to be just amazing. LOTRO will never die. Thanks, Standing Stone. Looks nice, but I wish SG put more effort into fixing classes. Besides all the ungrateful bastards in this comment section, I just want to write a few words to say thank you. Very excited. Gonna pay for it. Funds obtained for the expansion will be invested in improving the servers for those who've been playing VIP. A trailer for a game in the 80s. Worse than the Mordor trailer. Only MMO on the market that's actively trying to get players to quit. Oh, snap. Same old landscape, smallest textures, boring. If every single texture is reused from the previous content we already bought, why is this not a quest pack free for VIPs? Every time new cinematic from 2007 and now, oh wait, but it's 2020, soon 2021. And it's same graphics from 2007. Worst company ever. Worst comment ever. Like, there's a lot of bad companies out in the world. Like, even if you absolutely despise SSG, and it's like your least favorite company, I don't think you can actually say that it's the worst company in the world.
Try it.
Camo. Alright, so there were a few bullet points in here that I wanted to check. So Prince Durin will lead his armies to reclaim Gundabad. See, that sounds really cool. Longbeard, Zelruka, and Stout Axes assemble together to lay siege to the Great Fortress. That also sounds pretty cool. Orcs led by Gorgar, the Ruthless, son of Bolg, and brother of Mazog, are the main enemy. See, if all the news articles had this in it, they'd be pretty good. It sounded a lot better. I'm just saying. This makes it sound a lot better.